family in the time you've been here?
Yeah, the two great parents, both professional doctors, and Graham Glasgow and Ryan were both here when I got here. Graham was in his last year, and Ryan had 2 years of eligibility. And then Jordan was here too, that first year that I got here as a freshman. And yeah, enjoy, talk about a football family. That's one, one really strong, new, powerful football family. Just really neat to know the stories. And Jordan's personality was always growing up watching the older brothers do things, watching the older brothers get to do things. They were old enough to play a sport, and he wanted to. And you're not old enough, and just unconsolable until they made the exception to let him play. I mean, that's him. He's a jackhammer. He's one of the hardest working football players I've ever been associated with. And whether it's, and that's hard working on the field, in practice, in games, on special teams, do anything. Nothing, no job too big, no job too small, and does it with a great team attitude, and at all times. Always one of the most unselfish players that I've ever had the pleasure to coach as well. And he's just stud in the weight room, or any workout that you organize. I mean, he's always giving it his God-given best that he has, and which is a lot. And he's always on time, and he's always never gives anybody any grief. And it's a long list of really great things about him. And he's in the Ross School of Business, where he attacks that with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, with never an excuse or complaint or flu, cold, sickness, nothing. He's an amazing guy.
All right.
The passing game was a lot more involved at the end of the Wisconsin game and against Rutgers. Do you see that being a trend where you guys are throwing the ball a lot more than you have been?
I don't know. Those things are hard to predict.
Chris?
Coach, Sean McCune's status, and can you assess how Luke and Eric have played in their action the last couple weeks?
Yeah, Luke and Eric, the good news is they're playing all out. They're making some mistakes at times, but they're going full speed while they're making them, which has been cost us a couple times that they were blocking the wrong guys down on the goal line. But part of the process, part of the learning and understanding, but it's not too big for them. They're not the types to get small or kind of hide. They're all out, and they're attacking it with they're hungry and a smile on their face, and put me in, coach type of attitude, which is great. We'll get the other things fixed, but really happy with them. As far as Sean, his rehab possibly looks like it could come along faster than first expected, so that could, we'll wait and see.
Have time for a couple more. Aaron?
Jim, your team has already faced Wisconsin. You're obviously seen tape on Iowa. How would you define the commonalities between those two programs?
Both really good, both really consistently good, experienced and good football teams. Very, very similar DNA.
Ryan?
Jim, what have you seen from Kristen and Molly Smith? Are they close to breaking into a rotation as a
Yeah, first, Mozzie looks really, really good. Just what he's done with his physique in the last 9 months. Talked to him this morning at our morning practice, and he looked great. Looks really good. Chris Hinton is, been getting in there quite a bit and playing on special teams, and I think they're both like, kind of on the precipice of breaking through and
Back left.
playing more.
You guys always practice on Monday mornings?
Not always.
Is that a new thing?
Yeah, it's been new.
Yeah.
Yeah, last couple weeks.
Okay. And then the second part,
Good way to start off the
that's
Monday
right,
with a
a little
bang.
different, right? With the run game, you guys got a lot of backs in there. You guys had to shuffle some stuff with the offensive line. You're doing some new things as well. Iowa's pretty salty up front. Where you want that to be, where you think it is right now overall, the run game in terms of consistency and being able to move people?
There was some really good physical play in the offensive line. There was quite a few really good examples. And that's kind of some of the things that we've been seeing in practice for a couple months now, and it was good to see that in the game. I thought John Runyon played his best game. I thought he was also back more to, John, his capabilities. I think he was slowed the first couple weeks. He wasn't moving around as well, as athletic as he is. Probably Thursday, saw it kind of, looks more like John, and then Saturday it was a lot more like he was 100%, close to 100%. I don't know if he was all the way to 100%, but it looked close. And he had an outstanding game, most outstanding lineman of the game. I thought Jalen Mayfield made strides, and then consistently good. Still Ben Bredesen playing really well, and Michael Wainu, and they're working better, in there together, as that group of five, as that team that hasn't always been, just 5 guys practicing each week and then 5 guys playing in the game each week. I think that's part of the equation.
That was my question. Last question, Angela.
With Charbonnet, you'd said after the Wisconsin game he was limited. How would you classify him now? And like, what's a ballpark for carries you'd like to see?
So we're kind of limited in his carries. How many carries? Not really, but how many plays he's actually in there, because you don't always know if it's going to be a run or a throw, depending on the play. But I don't know, I like the fact that you could split it up, maybe 20, 20, 20, maybe a few for a fourth guy, but Zach played really well. Christian Turner played really well in this game, had some really fine runs, and Hassan Haskins has really played well. I mean, we've been watching Hassan now really make big strides in practice, and to see him play that way in the game. And there's some examples of him dropping his hips and getting through the hole like some of the really special backs can do. So, true redshirt freshman, Hassan Haskins, is really come on. So they're excited about the way he played. And as I said, the other backs as well played really good too. And I think there was some good number about, you guys already wrote about that, how many different people touched the ball, and the receivers. Just a little bit about them. I mean, Nico Collins, he toughed it up. He had a bit of a strep throat early in the week and missed a couple days of practice, and then really looked good in the game. Tariq Black got some catches. Good to see Donovan Peoples-Jones. He looked more towards 100%. I don't know if he's all quite there, but looked a lot better. Looked fast. Always tough, and we really helped in the punt return game. I mean, winning their punting game had been really good. The 2 returners back there helped with Donovan and Ronnie Bell. And speaking of Ronnie Bell, I I think 13 of his last catches, 13 of his last 15 have gone for first downs. Ronnie Bell's playing really, really well. Been consistently good now for months. And then, thought Shea Patterson had a great game. Threw the ball really effectively, seeing the field great, dynamic out of the pocket, scoring touchdowns, and you know, he was a little bit limited too during the week, and you know, didn't show any signs of that when he played in the game on Saturday. So, but he great game for him and for all the other folks on offense that I mentioned.
Is Zach better physically than he was a couple weeks ago? I mean, do you feel more confident with where he is? Pardon me, less
Yeah,
than-
he looks good.
So he's, okay. Expecting to be-
When I watch him move, I mean, he looks good. Looks good moving and looks good running. Look good to you?
Well, he didn't play that much, but yeah, when he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wondered if that's part of being limited, or did you want to get the other guys more reps in the game?
Well, when we talked about that, I think it was a week ago or whatever, yeah, I thought the 33 carries was
Yeah.
way too many.
Yeah.
And wanted to limit that from one back carrying the ball 33 times.
Can you describe what kind of wear and tear that is on a running back's body to have 33 carries like that, like you did?
Yeah, probably in totality, that's not something that we want to strive for with our running backs. So, but occasionally that may occur. Not something that I think you want to consistently do with running backs. So that's what.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks.
And the staff